This is a continuation to a previous lore video. Watch the first one to understand this one. It's safe to say that there was only one creature in Sonaria who truly and genuinely looked up to Zala. It was a baby fluxlet, young and gullible. She had similar traits to her hero. Her name was Oak, and she had more siblings than you could count. Fluxlet families were either super tiny or horribly large. Oak met Zala and Emiya when they were gathering leaves to make leaf prints on their caves and mountains. Emiya had been teaching general knowledge to Zala, as it seemed she lacked even the slightest bit of logical thinking. What the fuck? Emiya had been teaching general knowledge to Zala, as it seemed she lacked even the slightest bit of logical thinking. She also taught her a lot about her hunter-gatherer life, somewhat in the hopes that Zala would find it more interesting than the concept of, her true dreams. Zala listened patiently each time and seemed to have shown quite the interest in learning, which Emiya figured was great luck. Oak watched from atop the branches of a tree, and when she recognized her hero, the infamous Zala, she leaped down swiftly to land on the ground beside them. She was several feet shorter than them, not only considering she was a smaller creature, but even so a child. Zala, just like her instincts dictate to her, immediately crouched down to want to try and play with the small starlit bird, and Oak was incredibly joyful about it. Zala finally experienced the happiness of a child at her own hands, and Oak got the attention she craved. Being that she had so many siblings, little time was left for each kid. This moment they shared they would both remember forever. But never better than Emiya herself. As she stared down at Zala and the creature with widened eyes, she contemplated whether this was okay or not. She believed she can't let Zala think she's good at parenting before she gets any true children. No, shake the thought away, she thought. There's no way she'd nest babies for Zala. Emiya sighed, turning away, picking up more leaves on the ground and adding it to her basket. "Oh, aren't you a cutie?" Zala giggled as she picked up and lifted the Flixit kiddo in the air. Emiya couldn't hold back a soft smile as she watched them, but forcing the expression off her face, she cleared her throat. "Zala, we should get going," she said, not truly wanting to interrupt their fun and all, but she kinda had plans to finish the leaf decorating by the end of that day. Zala asked the name of the Flixlet. "I'm Oak," she said with shining, excited eyes. Zala turned to Emiya with a pleading expression. Emiya shook her head quickly before Zala could ask. "I'm sorry, Zala, we can't just keep a random baby creature. It has a family somewhere it should get back to soon," Emiya said, glancing down at Oak, implying that she should be on her way. Zala's smile faltered, and she carefully put the Flixit down, who fixed her shimmering feathers and looked up at the wolves with some disappointment. Zala took one last look at the baby and smiled softly, meaning to get the message through that Oak is welcome to visit any time. The Flixit understood and grinned in joy. As the Amphinuses walked away, she took off to fly home. Hi y'all! Was that enjoyable? Was that interesting? I know this is a lot shorter than the last lore video I did, but I hope it still suffices. Here's Oak, by the way. If you want to see her, I did this little art of her. In-game, she's a black and pink Flixlet that I'm lazy to gather footage of right now, but you'll see her eventually probably. And yeah, hope you like my little stories, and peace out.